10 Stoic Lessons to Reflect on Before You Sleep. Stoicism. The day is closing now. The noise is fading, the tasks are done, and there is nothing more the world asks of you tonight. Before you drift into sleep, let these 10 quiet thoughts settle your mind, the way the ancient Stoics settled theirs at the end of each day. There is no hurry here. Breathe slowly, and let the weight of the hours lift, one gentle reflection at a time. Lesson 1. You controlled what you could. Seneca wrote that each evening he would sit quietly and review his day, asking himself what he had done well and where he had fallen short. Do the same now, but do it kindly. You met the day with the strength you had. Some things went as you hoped, and many did not, because the outcome was never fully yours to command. What was yours was the effort, the intention, the honest attempt. That much you gave, and no one can ask for more than what was truly within your power. Look back on your choices without cruelty, and let the rest, which was always beyond your hands, quietly slip away into the dark. The Stoics called this the difference between what is up to us and what is not. Tonight, you can finally lay that distinction down and rest inside it. Lesson 2. The day is complete, so release the rest. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that each day should be lived as though it were a small, whole life, with its own beginning and its own natural end. This day has reached its end. Whatever remains unfinished will wait for you, patiently, in the morning. You do not need to carry tomorrow's burdens into your bed tonight. Set them down at the door, like heavy shoes you will not need until dawn. The hours you were given are spent, and they were enough. Let the day be finished, truly finished, and let your grip on it loosen, finger by finger, until your hands are open and empty and at rest. Lesson 3. No one can disturb your mind without your consent. Epictetus taught that people and events do not harm us directly. What wounds us is the judgment we add to them, the story we tell ourselves in the quiet. Someone's sharp word, a slight, a disappointment, these things knocked at the door of your mind today, but only you decide whether to let them in and give them a chair by the fire. Tonight, you may simply choose not to. You can lay down the offense the way you lay down your body onto the bed. Your peace belongs to you. No one took it, because no one ever could. And no memory needs to keep you awake unless you invite it to stay. The door of your mind has a latch, and tonight, that latch is in your own gentle hand. Lesson 4. You were not promised tomorrow, so be at peace with today. The Stoics kept death gently in view, not to frighten themselves, but to treasure the life they had. Memento mori. Remember that you are mortal. This is not a dark thought when you hold it softly. It means that this day, ordinary as it seemed, was a gift you were given and will not have again. If it was your last, could you say you lived some of it well? Most likely you can find something, a small kindness, a moment of patience, a task done with care. Let that be enough. Rest now in the quiet gratitude that you were here, awake, alive, for one more day. Lesson 5. The people who troubled you acted from their own nature. Marcus Aurelius began many mornings preparing to meet difficult people, reminding himself that they behave as they do because they have not learned better, and that they are still bound to him as fellow human beings. Whoever frustrated you today was moving through their own struggles, their own fears, their own unfinished growth. They were not sent to ruin you. They were simply being who they are, as a storm is only being a storm. You can release your anger toward them the way you release a held breath. Forgiveness is lighter than resentment, and tonight you deserve to carry the lighter of the two. Anger held overnight only poisons the one who holds it, never the one it was meant for. Set it down at the edge of the bed, and let it stay there in the dark. Lesson 6. What happened was part of the whole. The Stoics saw the universe as a single, connected order, where each event flows from the ones before it, woven into a larger fabric you cannot see the edges of. The thing that disappointed you, the plan that changed, the door that closed, each had its place in a pattern far wider than this one day. You do not have to understand it to trust it. Like a single thread, you cannot judge the whole picture by the small piece you can touch. So loosen your need to know why, and let the wider order carry what you cannot. Accept that what came, came, and that it belongs to the whole. There is deep rest in ceasing to argue with what already is. Lesson 7. You are richer than you feel, so count what you already have. Seneca warned against the endless hunger for more, which blinds us to the abundance already in our hands. Before you sleep, turn your attention to what is present rather than what is missing. You have a place to lie down. You have breath moving quietly in and out. Perhaps you have people who love you, a roof, warmth, this moment of stillness. These are not small things. They are the very things people pray for when they lose them. The wise person, Seneca said, is content with what is enough, and enough is nearer than you think. Let your mind rest on your quiet fortune tonight, and feel how much of what matters is already, gently, yours. Lesson 8. Tomorrow you begin again, unstained. The Stoics believe that each day offers a fresh chance to live according to reason and virtue, no matter how the last one went. Whatever you regret about today does not have to follow you into the morning. The new day will arrive clean, like fresh snow, waiting for your first honest step. You are not the sum of your worst moments. You are the one who keeps rising to try again. So do not lie there rehearsing your failures. Let them dissolve into sleep, and trust that when the light returns, you will meet it as someone allowed, always, to start over. Lesson 9. Forgive yourself as a fair judge would. When Seneca examined his day, he spoke to himself honestly, but he also let himself go once the lesson was learned. Be that kind of judge tonight, firm enough to be truthful, gentle enough to grant peace. You are not required to punish yourself in the dark for being human. See clearly what you would do differently, name it once, and then release it. A fair judge does not keep the prisoner past the sentence. Set yourself free before you sleep. The version of you that erred today has already handed the work to the wiser version who will wake tomorrow. Lesson 10. Sleep is a small rehearsal for letting go. The Stoics noticed that each night we surrender control completely, laying down our plans, our worries, our very awareness, and trusting that we will be received by the morning. Sleep asks you to do gently what wisdom asks you to do always, to loosen your grip and trust the larger order. So practice it now, willingly. Let go of the day, of your thoughts, of the need to hold anything at all. This soft surrender each night teaches your heart that letting go is safe, and that peace lives on the other side of holding on. And if sleep is a rehearsal, then you have practiced this 1,000 times already, and woken gently every time. So let the day close now, quietly and completely, without regret and without resistance. You did what you could, and it was enough. The troubles have no power here, the unfinished can wait, and everything beyond your hands is already at rest. Breathe out, and let your mind grow still. Tomorrow will come in its own time, and you will meet it renewed. But that is not your concern tonight. May these thoughts stay beside you like a low, warm lamp, and may you sleep in peace. Good night.